All right, so here are a few problems that were requested by a couple classmates. Notice here I got the number 2.1033, so you can match that one up. If they're not in order, you can match up that number. So here we have find the equation of the line that is tangent to the graph of f and parallel to the given line. So here we see that we have function x squared, and then we have this line 6x minus y plus 9 equal to 9, equal to 0. So the first thing we do is find the derivative of the function. So the derivative of x squared is going to be, you bring your 2 down and subtract 1 from the exponent, so that'll be 2x. All right. From there, find the slope of the line. So we'll solve that 6x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. We'll solve it for y. So I subtracted 6x from both sides, subtracted 9 from both sides. And that gave me negative y equal to negative 6x minus 9. And so, of course, we're solving for y and negative y. So we send a negative to the other side, and that affects both terms. And that'll give me y equal to 6x plus 9. And don't forget, this is leaning on the format of y equal to mx plus b. So whatever's sitting in front of x or whatever's attached to x is your slope. So that's why the 6 is our slope. All right. So also parallel lines have the same slope. So we're going to use x, or not x, but m equal to 6 as we continue throughout the problem. So our slope is going to be equal to 6. Parallel lines have the same slope, same incline. All right. So we're going to set both equal to each other and solve for x. I left off both the derivative and the slope because the derivative is another way to find the slope. So our derivative was 2x. And if our slope is 6, in order to figure out what x is, go ahead and set them equal to each other and solve for x. So divide both sides by 2, x is equal to 3. All right. So we can get the y part of that component, or y component of that ordered pair, by plugging x into f of x. Remember, f of x was x squared. So we plug in 3. 3 squared is 9. So now we have the ordered pair of 3, 9. Now that we have that ordered pair, we use the point slope formula to find the equation. So we have m equal to 6, and then we have our ordered pair of 3, 9. And we plug them into the point slope formula. Y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So y1 is 9, m is 6, and then x1 is 3. Distribute 6. Y minus 9 equals 6x minus 18. Add 9 to both sides. Y is equal to 6x minus 9. So that will be our answer. All right. Next one. Estimate the slope of the graph at the points x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is a rough graph of what they have. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. All right, so we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So now for the first one, slope at x1, y1. Slope over horizontal lines will always be 0. So the answer should be 0 for that first line. Slope of horizontal lines will always be 0. And then for the next one, this next line with x2, y2. So you want to find 2 points on the line. So any 2 points on the line, make sure they're accurate, make sure they're legit points. So you might want to make sure you use the grid lines and everything like that. So the 2 points I chose was negative 0.5 and negative 4, and then 1.5, 1. So just make sure you find 2 legit points So in other words, looking at the grid lines, you know, they hit right there in that corner. Right? And then we use our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Plug them in accordingly. And in this case, our slope is 2.5. All right. Don't forget, make sure you don't lose a negative when you do your substitution, because negative to negative will turn positive. So that's why we have a 5 on top, 2 on bottom. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. All right. 2.1.29 says consider the following function. We have the square root of the x, then we have 1, 1 as a point. Find the equation of the tangent line to the graph of f at the given point. So first thing I did was I found the derivative of my function, because remember, that's our slope. Remember I told you derivative is another way to find the slope. So f of x is equal to the square root of x. Went ahead and rewrote that as x to the 1/2 power. Remember, those are the same thing. So then when I go to my derivative down here in purple, bring your 1/2 down, subtract 1 from your exponent. So that'll be 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. Then drop it down to your denominator to make it positive. So either one of these two, you know, will be fine. 1 over 2 x to the 1/2 or 1 over 2 square root of x. All right. So once again, just emphasizing the slope is equal to the derivative and vice versa. So use the given point. They gave us the point of 1, 1. Don't forget that's x and y. And I'm going to use the x from that component or that ordered pair and plug it into my derivative. So that's 1 over 2 times the square root of 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So 1 over 2 times 1 is just 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is my slope. 1/2 is my slope. All right, so now that I have a slope and a point, I'll use the point slope formula to find my equation. So I use the slope that we just found and the given point, that 1, 1. And we do y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. Plug in your values accordingly. So it'll be y minus 1 equal to 1/2 times x minus 1. Distribute 1/2. Y minus 1 equal to 1/2 x minus 1/2. Add 1 to both sides to solve for y. That's 1/2 x. What's y equal to 1/2 x plus 1/2. Okay. Got one more. So it says find the equation of the two lines to the graph of f that pass through the indicated point. Okay. So they give us this function of 6x minus x squared, but they also give us these 3 points. Notice they intersect, both of these lines intersect at 310. And then if you were to read the graph, you will find that it is tangent. The point on the left, or the line on the left, is tangent at 2.8, and then the one on the right tangent at 4.8. So I took those points, and all they wanted to do is find the equation of the two lines. So I took those points. So for the positive, the one on the left, I try to color code it a little bit. I used the blue for the 2.8 and then the 310. So we're using both of these points here to find the slope of that line. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 ends up giving us a slope of 2. And that should be positive because it's going, as you read the line going from left to right, it goes up. So our slope should be positive. So that's the positive slope is going to be 2. And then from there, we use our point slope formula to create the equation. And I use 2.8 and our slope of 2. So plugging in 8 for y1, 2 for m, and then 2 for x1. Distribute the 2, and then add 8 to both sides. That gives us an equation of y equal to 2x plus 4. So we really didn't have to do any calculus in this type of problem. So then the one on the right side, the negative slope, try to color code that with the orange. We have 4.8, but we're still going to use the 310 because the line runs through 310 as well. Over here, found my slope. 10 minus 8 over 3 minus 4. And that ended up giving us -2. And it should be negative because going from left to right, that line is going down. All right. And then we will use the point slope formula to find our equation. Plugging in 8 for y1, -2 for m, and then 4 for x1. Distribute and then add 8 to both sides. That gives us y equal to -2x plus 16 as our equation. All right. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and take care.